Solve using any method. We have the quadratic equation 4w squared plus 6w plus 3 equals 0. And we're going to go ahead and use the quadratic formula to solve this quadratic equation. I have it set equal to 0, so our a value would be equal to positive 4, our b value equal to positive 6, and our c value equal to positive 3. And we'll substitute these values into the quadratic formula, giving us that w equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all of that over 2 times a, which would equal 8. Simplifying further, we have w equals negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 4 times 4 times 3, 12 and 4, 48. All of that over 8. We'll go ahead and simplify what's under the radical. We have negative 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 48, which is negative 12. All of that over 8. And we need to simplify the radical. Now notice we have the square root of a negative number, so we're going to have imaginary solutions. And the square root of negative 12 over here on the side, recall that the square root of negative 12 can be thought of as the square root of negative 1 times the square root of positive 12. The square root of positive 12 becomes 2 root 3, and the square root of negative 1 becomes I. So we end up with 2i root 3. So I'm going to replace this radical, the square root of negative 12, with 2i root 3. That's all over 8. And our final step, we can divide out a common factor of 2 out of all the terms. So we have negative 3 plus or minus I root 3 all over 4. So our final answer with this problem, w will equal negative 3 plus or minus I root 3 all over 4.